I have defeated those who threaten me. Pantami, welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Prof. Isa Pantami, has claimed he was threatened by some citizens over his decision to enforce the implementation of national identity policy. Pantami stated this during his remarks at this year's National Identity Day commemoration titled Institution as Critical Stakeholders for Citizens Mobilization in Abuja on Friday. Explaining the importance of digital identity to development, he noted that according to World Bank, when people do not have any legal identification, especially in Africa, that is why we have uncountable challenges in Africa, because we do not have data to plan for our citizenry. He emphasized that Nigeria has captured more citizens into a national identity database than other African countries. The minister said that the essence of the event is to remind citizens why digital identity is important. We can only get our digital economy right when we continue to improve and encourage our citizens to enroll in our national database. By the time I took supervision of NIMC, the total number of registration centers were not up to 1,000. But today, we have over 5,000. Today, our national database is an auto drive. We have established over 19 national policies, and all of them are being implemented. This has never happened in the history of Nigeria. When we commenced the process, many people turned against me. My life was threatened because of the introduction of NIN and SIM registration on BBC Radio, and many more. And I resisted believing that nobody can control my life in the world, only Almighty God. They have been defeated. Sincerely, deep down, I am asking myself, Kinibubuli. You know, when they told us about when we were banking, remember those days that, there was no ATM. You have to go to the bank and get money. You understand? Good. After then, they brought in ATM. After bringing in ATM, what happened? They started bringing in BVN. I was thinking the more we grow, the more secure. But have you people noticed that the more policies they bring, the more porous it is seeming that, our banking, now, these days, in those days, you will hardly hear people coming out to say their money was debited. Lie. Waiting won't bring that nonsense. Sharp, you go bank by the time it's here for them. You understand? But this one, you hear somebody will come out and tell you that from nowhere, the 50,000 at the debit arm, 400,000 the debit arm. I watched the video. One particular said, one woman, was it 600,000 or 400,000? They debited her money that she wanted to use to pay for her shop rent. You understand? She was wailing, she was crying. There was nothing could be done. And I started asking. So I sat down and asked myself this question: with all this, plenty things. By now, we're not supposed to be having terrorists. By now, we have supposed to, to an extent, being able to trace the people who are the terrorists. But what are we getting? Nothing. All the whole information, only us NIN, only us BVN, only us, which other one again? I want to even believe this one, they never, okay, what happened this year? Okay, this year. They didn't give us anything to do this year. I'm not sure. They don't give us anything. By this time last year, people were running helter-skelter. I want to register my NIN. And the next 2-3 years now, they will bring us another one. My own is all this data where they collect, waiting then they use them for. That is what I want to ask. All this data, because I want to believe by this data, even if they want to tell me that, it's not everybody that have registered, but they should be able to do something as regards security-wise with the data they have at hand now. People of Nigeria are lying. Okay. A country where terrorists rule supreme. You cannot even say you are using. Exactly, this is what I said that even made me start even talking. Alright, nobody threatening you over and you're a terrorist. Although your apologies are saying you're a repentant terrorist. God. This country, they're going to kill me. Have you fought and defeated the greed that lies within you? Your first year's CV claiming Jonathan was killing Muslims, and how you don't wish to see the day that people will be cheated and you kept quiet, and how you have been accepting political appointments from the Nigerian government is devilish, yet you accepted. To me, it sounds more like he was talking to himself, because I'm still trying to imagine who he defeated. I did tell you. Had it been, like I said earlier before, this NIN, this BVN is able to fish out, or is able to aid in this, the fight against insecurity. Is able to aid against the fight against insecurity. To be honest with you, no problem. We will even clap for you. But because we are still battling the same issue, in fact, it got worse. So what are we saying? It got worse. Only in a country like Nigeria would you defeat those who threatened you, despite the genuineness of their threat. Darkness can never overcome light. Evil can never overcome good, and Satan can never overcome God. Light and good will always win ultimately. Upon all Pantami's claim, Nigeria has no database on our population increase, and we are about to do a cake old-fashioned physical head count sectors. I'm telling you, with all this thing now, if you want to hear that, they want to do a head count, you start seeing they come. People will come and appear. How many children do you have? How many of them are your children? Are they your children? This kind of thing is very annoying. How can we be having only yours NIN, only yours BVN, and yet we cannot ascertain? As it stands now, you cannot have a bank account without a BVN. Kojo. What are you telling me? You cannot say. As you are opening, they're giving you a BVN. And the BVN is what? The bankers can have it. Look, in other Western, yes, I'm going to say we never reached that level. But in other countries, there are things you don't do. They don't even need you. What they need is, once they don't capture your name, they don't type into their system, you don't finish anything concerning you. If you have committed a crime before, they should show. If you are somebody who is not an indigent, you're not a citizen of that country, it will show. You understand? I think then at that level, now Nigeria go don't reach. But alas, we're still very, very far. Okay. Why fighting yourself over people that will come and dine together? They follow us. This one, they don't throw jabs at all. So you say people wait, they threaten, and then go eat together. Even your political enemies were defeated hands down. May Allah guide you. Okay. Well, the long and short is my own is I felt the use, or one of the uses of this, registering for NIN, registering for BVN, was that people will not be able to, this insecurity we are facing in the country. You can pick out those who are the real, cause of the insecurity. You can pick out, those who, you understand what I'm saying? Who are the sponsors through this, NIN and BVN. But alas, the reverse is the case. Something should be done, something should be done so that this registering of SIMs and NIN will be useful. They should bring in somebody who will collect this data, and so that it is going to be used, to better the country one way or another. All right, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time.